afternoon. This is Wende Henley with the Bedford Area Chamber of Commerce coming to you with their Chamber Vibes podcast. And today, and actually all month, we have been focusing on Women's History Month and the vital roles that women play in American history and in our current communities. And so we not only focus on the history, but also current women who are making a difference and really helping their community to grow and thrive. And we have such a great leader this morning. I cannot believe, I'm just so excited to have her here. Erica McFadden, welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Erica, we are so blessed to have you truly with our farmers market and, of course, a business owner too. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But I wanted to give everybody kind of a history of where you've been and what you're doing and how you have come to where you are today. And how you're making a difference. And so, Erica, you've spent several years working with children in the nonprofit sector, and you spent a decade teaching elementary and middle school students. And 6 of those years were in Bedford Middle School right here. So you have such a great history here with us. And now you're a business owner too, also running the farmers market for 3 years with the help of your husband. And you've got such great dedicated volunteers and community members that are making this market what it is today. And you're so committed, and we needed that. So definitely, I say thank you. Our whole community says thank you. And you're making sure that the growers and the marketers are being prosperous and that the community is aware of what we have to offer. Because a farmer's market is really the heart of a community, right?
That's the way I feel.
Yes, it really is. And, talking about, we'll have some... Moving the market is potentially going to happen, but no, I know already you're moving it to Saturdays, which is coming up.
Yes.
So that'll be in May. But yeah, there's so much to offer there between the produce and the meats and the fruits and all of the things. And of course, the candle makers and so many things that people are making right from their homes today is all there. So you can find it. And Saturdays, that's going to be great. In May, what's the dates?
May 7th. And then we'll run all summer, weekly on Saturdays until October 8th.
So May 7th, everybody get ready for Saturdays at the market. And the address is
220 West Washington Street here in Bedford under the Centertown Pavilion. We do have one more market day coming up that's an off-season market. So April 16th is our last off-season market day before we start the regular season in May.
So much to look forward to all summer long. Come get your produce and your veggies and all the things, but support local, support our farmers because they need it. And I wanted to go into, some things that are affecting our farmers right now, because I think it's important to talk about these things. And I don't think everybody thinks about them. Farmers are going into a hard time and trying to figure out how, to make money, right? Because they're spending so much and all the excess for gas costs and everything. And, I'm reading in Virginia news that the farms with cotton, peanuts, small grains, in Virginia, North Carolina, they are taking a loss due to the rising cost of fertilizer and crop protectants. Mm-hmm. So let's speak about that and how that's affecting even your husband right where you guys are.
Right. So even on our own farm where we grow wheat to feed our cows, there are rising costs in the prices of potassium and nitrogen. And, we were paying kind of like $35 an acre. And now it's up to over $100. And it makes it really hard to grow what we need to feed our cattle. And a lot of other farmers are dealing with the same thing. And we've had a lot of concerns at the market about gas prices and how that's going to affect trips to the market. And it really is just affecting the market and the farmers in our area and everywhere as a whole.
It really is. And, people are not, I guess, just thinking about how much that does affect our entire nation. And, the cost for everything is going to increase when the costs are, going up for our farmers. Mm-hmm. And so the fertilizer, crop protectants, all of this, because a lot of these are coming from Russia. And so with this invasion of Ukraine, it's certainly affecting all of us at home.
Absolutely.
So we definitely want to help our farmers and make sure that we are giving them what they need and buying from them and making sure that they have everything provided. So as a chamber, we want to make sure that our community is aware of these things. So I guess globally, Russia was previously providing about 15% of all nitrogen imports in the U.S., which is responsible for about 10.3 of global fertilizer consumption. So that's a lot. basically. So it is definitely trickling down. Well, so thank you for doing such a great job and helping our farmers. And, we want to make sure that we are going down there. So you'll see us there at the market.
Yeah, excellent.
So what are some other changes for farmers that are affecting them?
I think gas prices mainly are really affecting the way that they think about transporting their goods, not just to the farmer's market, but if you have cattle and you need to take them to be processed, you are burning more gas, you're using more fuel, and it really is a huge concern.
Right. And that is affecting the consumer as well. So, yeah, we definitely want everyone to realize it's not just us. It's all across the board.
It's not. And as we look for other, like we have 5 wonderful farmers that come to the market, and we are looking for 1 or 2 more. And those gas prices and the fertilizer costs and all of those things that are happening as a result of our war in Ukraine and other things that are happening politically, it makes it really tough to find farmers that are able to incur those costs.
Sure. Yes.
To build our market the way people want to see it.
Right. It's just making a difference. Well, so you're doing all kinds of new things with the market. Let's talk about that, involving the town and having some children educational events.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the things that we want to do is grow our community partners. So we had some wonderful people coming in to have their booths out at the market, aside from our artisans, our bakers, and our farmers, like the Free Clinic and the One Forest School and the Elks Home. They all came out and they had their tables, and they were able to spread the good word about their community programs. We even had a Bedford Get Together come out and talk about doing a dog park. So any kind of community partnership that we can make and have out of the market and expand our market that way is really exciting. And we'll have a kids program this year that will, hopefully we can do more with that now that our COVID restrictions are kind of coming down. And Saturdays will be wonderful for children and families to come out. So we hope to launch our Power of Produce, our POP program, where kids can come to the market and get a passport, and they'll have an activity, and they can visit a vendor and get their passport stamped and have a little art project, little project to do while they're at the market and while their parents are shopping. So we really want to get those kids educated about agriculture and farms and how a market works and all that good stuff. So I'm super excited about that.
That is super exciting. And talking about the passport, and of course, it would be all natural for you to get kids involved. It just totally makes sense. That's your background. And, they need to start early and thinking about healthy foods and, what we can grow ourselves, the importance of that. And of course, how you can make money with it too.
Yeah, absolutely.
For young entrepreneurs.
And that's another thing that we're doing. We're going to partner once again with the Virginia Tech Extension Office for the second next generation youth market. So we'll have classes through the 4-H group at the Virginia Tech Extension Office, and the kids will learn about marketing their product or coming up with a product if they don't have one yet, how to have a booth at the market, how to handle their economics and their finances. And so we're hoping to grow that program this year. It was super successful last year. If you came out and you saw those cool teenagers and young people having their booths and the things that they made, they were so talented. I was so impressed. It was just amazing. And I'm so glad we're able to do this again and have more young people out at the market. It's exciting and really great for them.
So how can people get involved in that program?
So my suggestion would be to call the Virginia Tech Extension Office and ask to be connected to Mary Beth, who is in charge of organizing the Next Generation Youth Market. I don't know what her numbers are, so I'm not sure if the program is full, but you certainly can get more information by contacting Virginia Tech Extension.
Virginia Tech Extension Office. Mm-hmm. And if someone is listening and they want to be a part of the market, who do they need to get in touch with?
They need to get in touch with me.
And what's the best way?
So you can do that best way through email, mybedfordmarket@gmail.com. We're also on Facebook. I answer those messages and I try to make sure I get to everybody who gets with me. I would say get on Facebook or email me. The Instagram messages don't always come through, and I want to make sure I get back to you in a timely manner.
And how many did you say you have that you can take on, for booths? How many more this year?
How many more this year? The possibilities are endless, because right now we have about 23 people, but they don't come every day. So it depends on what you do. So we have a lot of bakers. So if you bake, we may not be able to have you every day. If you're a farmer, we're definitely looking for produce. So at least 2 to 3 more producers. But if you're not sure, I want you to contact me so we can talk about it and see what you want to bring to the market, because I really do want to hear.
So, and are there any shortages of what you have there that you'd really like to strategically make sure that you are covering?
I think what people ask for the most, because I don't consider 5 farmers a shortage in Bedford. I think that's great because they sell out and they make their money. I think what people ask for is more produce. So if you are growing this year and you're thinking, well, maybe I could come out to the farmer's market. I had so many tomatoes left over last year. I had all these peppers. What did I do with them? Please give me a call. We'd love to have you come out.
Fabulous. And certainly I'm going to look forward to that this summer, all summer long at the farmers market here in Bedford. So much to offer. And you are supporting local, which is vital.
It's one of the best ways to do it because you get to support so many local businesses all in one-stop shopping.
So last off-season date, let's just reiterate that, is April 16th from 9 to 12.
Yes.
And then, of course, time will change from 8 to noon for summer hours. So exciting. You will get up earlier, go work out, go see Erica at the market. This is going to be a good day. Saturday.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, so let's talk about women leaders and who has been inspirational for you.
Well, I think my grandmother for sure, and my mother, who always kind of paved the way for having your own opinions and your own thoughts and acting on those opinions and thoughts and kind of forging your own path and making sure you get to do what you need to do and overcoming situations that make things a little more difficult for you in order to make the world a better place, in order to do the things that you need to do to improve our little corner of the earth.
And to accomplish your goals and the things that you are certainly set out to do. And I think everybody has a path, and certainly they have a passion. And so really seeking out what that purpose and passion is and not missing it, right? Always going for your goals and your dreams and having that sphere of influence surround you so that you can be constantly inspired and people just pushing you to the next goal. And so I think we have so many of those people right here in Bedford, and you're one of those. So thank you for being an inspirational leader. And speaking of that, I mean, all of your credentials and your experiences and your goals and your awards. Can we just talk about your awards? Okay, the most recent that I can think of, the reigning champion trivia winner, first annual for Life, Liberty, and Happiness. I think this is a big deal. I'm sorry, but I do. Anyone who wins at trivia, I'm sorry, you're big in my book. And I want to see the trophy. But any words for this? It's hard to say.
It just entirely overshadows my master's degree. I have to tell
I
you.
think so. It does. A bigger award's coming. It's coming.
Trivia trophy. That's going first on my desk. Place of pride right there.
Look, you and Woody.
Yeah,
Teamwork makes the dream work. You guys came, you brought it, and you won. Okay. I feel like you need to put that out so everybody, maybe a big banner in the middle of the town. I don't know. I'm seeing it. And everybody needs to get the vision. Trivia winner. And Beals needs to take note that if y'all show up,
If I ever show up on a Thursday,
you show up big and you win. So get ready. Yeah, y'all need to plan it. So that was exciting. So what's up next for Erica?
What's up next for me personally? Well, just to, the grow the business that we have. And I did open that little yarn store. So you and I will be talking more about that. Yes, absolutely. And to continue to expand the farmers market in order to be inclusive of most of the community, which is why we're moving to Saturday so we can include the community, which is why we're taking on new vendors so we can include more diverse group of vendors, and just to kind of make that a better shopping experience and a better way to get your healthy foods for everybody in Bedford.
Yes, that is so important. And you, like I say, leader in our community. And you really brought the market from such a place where people didn't really, go. And it wasn't like everybody knows your name and now they do and they want to come out. It's like a community center, which is where we need to be.
Yes, we have some wonderful supporters, people who are just diehard market folks, and they come out and they are just excited about what we're doing. They are so supportive. They comment and they post and they share. And I'm just really grateful for the patrons that come out and the vendors that really make the market what it is. And I always tell our vendors, this is a circle. And if you weren't there, the patrons wouldn't be there. If the patrons didn't come, I wouldn't have a market to work with. And we've just been really blessed with fantastic patrons, fantastic vendors. And the last 2 years, we've had a wonderful volunteer. I just have to give her a shout out, Jen Cohn.
Yes,
she is there all
shout
the
out.
time. and, moves cones and lists the help of her husband. She's amazing. And I just want to say thank you.
She really is.
She's
I
a good
concur.
lady.
She is. And she's another leader in our community.
Absolutely.
Who's really shining right now. So let's switch gears and talk about Stitch Witch and like everything that's going on there.
Yeah.
And what inspired you?
What inspired me? So I left teaching, long story short, family medical leave to take care of my mother. My mother passed away. She was a 30-year educator, and I just couldn't go back in the classroom. It wasn't something that I was ready to do. And with that, I needed to find a way to let's just be honest, make some money.
Right. Yes.
I needed a job.
Right.
And
there
I
you go.
didn't really want to work for anybody. My husband has his own 2 businesses, and he really has been an inspiration there. I never, having known him in high school, would never have said, now there's a business leader. But you know what? He's really gone
He's developed.
He's gone over the top doing amazing things with his businesses. And so I thought, I can do this. And what do I love to do? I like to create. I like the fiber arts, and I like to teach. So I'm hoping that the shop over here on Main Street, just up the street from the farmers market, isn't that convenient, can continue to, spread the love of fiber arts, teach people of all ages how to work with yarn and create and, get those creative juices flowing, as well as give back to the community, because we were able to continue on with the last yarn store that was here about 6 or 7 years ago would have scarves out on her fence, and people kept asking me, are you going to do that? And I'm like, well, you know what? Let's just do it. So shout out to Jan Mosley, who used to own Yarn Theory. People still remembered that, and they still wanted to do that. So we kind of came up with Be Warm Bedford, and I'm going to say hundreds. I didn't count this year. I didn't really expect so many people to donate their hats and mitts and scarves. We had hundreds leave the fence. I don't have anything left. I think I have 3 scarves left. Right. So next year we'll keep up the count, and I'm hoping to kind of make it an all year collection, so we have things to put out all the time when they disappear. So,
and how do they? So they can just bring them by.
You just bring them by the shop. I don't have to be there. You could just hang them on the fence yourself. You can leave them on the porch, or you can come when the shop is open, and I'll be more than happy to take them from you. If you wait until the summer, we're going to have a summer of scarves where you can get up to 30% off with every scarf you bring. So if you bring 1 scarf, you get 10%, 2 scarves, 20, up to 3 scarves and 30%. So, just a little bit of a
little give back.
We'll give back to everybody to get creating. And those scarves, I can see from my window sometimes when people stop. And there's a children's library, children's library that people can donate books to right by the Elks home.
Yes.
They'll stop with their kids, and then they'll go and they'll pick a scarf. And there's often, little girly scarves, and there's cute camo ones for the little boys. Or I'll see someone walk by and they'll stop and they'll look around, and they're obviously just walking through. They got a backpack on. They're moving. They're headed to 460, and they just kind of take a scarf and a hat, and they go, and I'm like, someone is warm because of you guys. I love the give back for sure.
Oh, it is. It really is. And our community is so giving. I mean, we really have such a neat giving community.
Absolutely.
And I just love it. It's so endearing, and we're blessed. So you're really part of that inspiration by allowing, these opportunities for people to give. So we appreciate that. And so what are your hours at Stitch Witch in the days that you're open?
So we're open Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 3, and then Friday till 5, and Saturdays, so I can run the market, 12:30 to 5. So if you want to come out on a Saturday, visit the market first, and I'll be up at the shop at 12:30.
Lots of opportunities there. I don't know what you do in your downtime. Hopefully you are sleeping at some point, because these are so many vital things that you're offering our community, and you certainly are an inspirational leader. Please continue on. We need you. The market needs you, and the chamber certainly can partner with you in many ways, and we'll certainly be doing that this winter too. So we'll look forward to seeing you at the market starting in May, and that'll be Saturdays. So make sure everyone is aware and come on out for this last one, April 16th. We'll see you there.
Absolutely. Thank you, everybody. We just love you so much. Thanks for supporting the market. Come on out.
Thank you.